Hi there, if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Madison. This video that you're about to see was filmed a little over 2 years ago at this point. And obviously during that time, as you'll find out, it was amid the pandemic. But I sincerely hope that if you're watching this video and you are a fellow dietetic intern out there, that just maybe this will help you at least get some semblance of an idea of what the next couple months to years will look like for you. And if nothing else, I hope that this just leads you to me. That way I can answer any questions that you may have or any words of advice. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video. And if nothing else, I wish you the best of luck. So currently about halfway through a 4-hour road trip up to Kentucky for my internship orientation for our grad school / the dietetic program and all of that kind of stuff, which I'm really excited for. It's a 2-day orientation. We're just driving up today since we start at 8 a.m. in the morning and go till about 5 or so. We've all had experience in the field, but you're going to get the most experience you've ever had in these 9 months to a year to maybe 2 years depending on your internship. Anyways, we are driving up right now. Gonna get there to the hotel tonight. It's kind of late, and then start up in the morning at 8, go to 5. They're actually hosting us for dinner at one of the restaurants near campus. Then we get up and do it again the next day, 8 to 5, and it's kind of just more learning and pre-assessments and stuff like that. But I'll talk to you more and show you what I can. So just finished up with our orientation, which was honestly really good and really helpful. The only part of it that was semi-stressful was just presenting, because I'm not a fan of presenting. It always makes me panic, but it's still a good challenge. We also had a lot of people, whether it be preceptors or past interns, come to talk to us, which was very insightful and very helpful, just because I think we're all mostly type A's and we all want to be perfect and know everything, and that's just not how it's designed to be. And it's just really good reassurance that you're not alone, you're not doing it wrong, that you're definitely gonna mess up, and that's exactly what they tell you. I'll probably come on here later or some other time and just kind of make a list of everything and all the tips they told us going into rotations that helped them, whether that be preceptors and what they expect of you or past interns. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic going on during my internship, what you are currently seeing is me working on some of the many assignments and lectures and research articles for my community rotation, since that was not one we were able to do in person. So throughout this, you'll probably see a whole bunch of me studying here and there. Alright, so it is my first day. I'm currently in the parking garage at the hospital that I'll be working at for the next 9 months. Have to say I'm really nervous, but also it's been a good morning so far. It's kind of been an adjustment waking up, because I woke up at 5:30 just to make sure I had enough time to get ready, had everything, got here in time, just since it's been a long time since I've driven downtown to get here. But I mean, if nothing else, at least I got to watch the sunrise this morning, so I should still kind of rising, but it's been nice. I'll let you guys know how the rest of the day goes. I probably won't be filming much, hardly ever, if I'm in the hospital, just because it's not really appropriate. But if I ever find out that I have that ability or get the chance to, I will let you know. Most of today just entailed learning the positions of tray line and everything else that involves food service, meeting the food service manager that I'll be reporting to for the next 5 weeks. Okay, so day 2. It was actually a really good day. I'm super thankful things went a lot smoother than yesterday, just because I think everyone kind of got used to having an intern around again after 2 years. Today started out with talking with my preceptor for management for a while, figuring out everything I needed to do, because we have to make a theme meal Wanted to make sure that the team was okay with him. That way I can move forward with all the paperwork and stuff that goes with that. I'm curious if I'll actually end up having time to like make these videos or if I'll make them after the fact. So tonight is day 2 in my management practice rotation. Mostly I've been getting some homework done for our community class since COVID kind of messed some things up. But that's been actually really fun. I've really enjoyed that. Currently we're working on a cardiac case study. But then I did some other homework, worked on preparing some things and just educating myself a little bit more about like the financial and budgeting side of food management, because I should be talking with one of the food managers here in 2 to 3 days, depending on his schedule. And then also I'm probably gonna look over all my assignments that I have to do in this rotation, just to see what I have left to do, what I should be kind of just targeting to get done tomorrow and then the rest of this week. It is currently 4 in the morning and I'm here to shadow supervise and to see everything that goes on in the morning. It's Friday of week 3 and I'm heading in for work. Alright, so I just got back from work, but also I got back from the bakery that's literally just a few minutes from my work, and it's actually where we're getting our wedding cakes from. Well, we think we are anyways. And so we have our testing cakes here that are COVID friendly, since can't really go in and test cakes and stuff like that. Just finished basically my entire management rotation. I still technically have 3 days, but today was my theme meal, which is basically the cap of your entire management rotation, because you're essentially learning all the aspects that would influence how to make that meal and all the production and costing and everything of the meal. So it's pretty much done, and I'm done. It is week 2 of my first clinical rotation, and I just want to say I've loved it. I've loved it so much. They've packed so much in 2 weeks so far, and I'm starting on wound care for a day on Monday next week. And then we'll see what else we get up to. Currently I'm working on a GI case study. I'm not sure what internship you might be in if you're watching this, but my internship is combined with the master's. So, I mean, most internships by I think it's 2022, you have to have a master's program with it. Okay, so today was my first day of my second week of clinicals, and at this point I'm basically operating semi-independently. So they'll assign me a list of patients to review before we go see them up on the floors, and then they'll come with me up on the floors. Depending on the situation, either they will interview them and just talk with them, or I'll interview them and talk with them, and then we'll come back and chart, and they'll double check my charting. But for the most part, it seems like I'm doing a good job, which is really good, and it feels really great to actually finally be doing what you've been studying for so long. And if your preceptor keeps pushing you to do stuff, just try. They're not going to try and push you outside something they think is completely outside of your capabilities. So, learn from what they're trying to teach you and take every opportunity they give you. Not to mention, ask for any extras that you can. I personally have an interest in peds, and so this is literally my second week, but they already had me with a dietitian that works on a peds floor. Aspen, hi, what you doing? Onyx, how you doing? This is definitely not a normal internship as far as my schedule and where I am in life right now, because currently I am planning a wedding and then I am also trying to purchase a house with my fiance. So both on Monday and yesterday, which was Wednesday of this week, we went to go look at houses that we were potentially going to buy. This is week 3. It's currently in my diabetes and kind of semi-transplant week with the dietitian that I'm with right now. It's been really good so far, and honestly, it's just a lot of like doing educations and heart healthy and renal diets and stuff like that. Okay, so it is now Tuesday, which means today was my second day currently doing lung transplants and just kind of wherever, because this week they're definitely down at least one, if not 2 people. I think we're down 2 people tomorrow, so it's going to be a lot of work and just filling in wherever. I'm also giving some presentations to the food service workers. But I figured it was probably about time I explained like what a typical day is actually like for me. So usually I get there around like 8 or so, depending on which dietitian I'm with. And at the very beginning, they basically just had me watch them and observe them. But after about a week and a half or so, for me anyways, they were starting to give me patients, and they'd have me look them up, and then I'd go see the patient, chart on the patient. They'd come back and double check what I did and double check the charting and just making sure I didn't miss anything in all of the progress reports and histories and physicals and stuff like that. Okay, so this is, I can't even tell you what week. I'm gonna go with week 6 because next week starts my selective rotation if things work out. But honestly, I took last week off since it was Thanksgiving week. We only had 2 days of being in the internship and actually being at the hospital. And so really all I did was meet with my preceptor just to see where things could be going better, what I should be doing in my selective rotation if things work out. It's kind of difficult with things being in the middle of a pandemic. It's kind of hard to go to a different hospital to go see like the NICU or peds and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. I'm praying things work out, but if not, I'm just happy we still have our internship because I'm sure some people somewhere don't have this, and I'm just thankful right now, honestly. My study buddy. You my study buddy? Okay, so I just got done with my first day with the NICU dietitian at the hospital near me, and all I have to say is I absolutely love it. I'm excited to get to see her counsel just some of the moms, because she's also a certified lactation consultant, which is something I've kind of had interest in. Hadn't really heard of too many dietitians that were both or certified as both, so I'm just really excited to just learn and absorb everything that she knows. This is my last week of MMT2, so pretty far along, basically 3/4 of the way along. It's almost March and we get done in May, and I'm so excited to finally just take the RD exam and actually be an RD of my own. It's just, eventually you kind of feel like you know most of the things you're doing until you go to a new facility, which I'm doing today. Which should be interesting because I think this is an outpatient facility and I think they have an emphasis on bariatrics. Today is my last day of the internship, which is very exciting. We are technically in advanced practice now, which is essentially where we act as our own dietitian for 5 weeks and like 4 days, basically 6 weeks. And then we're done. We graduate, we study for the RD exam, and that'll be it. Today is day 1 of week 2 of my 5-ish weeks of advanced practice. I'm still covering the dietitian's floors for neurology and some lungs here and there, so palm. So today I think I'm mostly on my own, but I'll still have someone kind of hovering in the back just to double check things, see how I'm doing. I mean, it's pretty much been the same this whole time of ICUs, I'm with a dietitian, and then if it's anything on the floors, then I'm by myself. So we will see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Doing homework, listening / somewhat watching but instrumental music to possibly be used for the wedding. It's the last day. Well, it was my last day. I'm not gonna say where I worked, but all I'm gonna say is the girls, they were amazing. Oh my God, I'm crying. Okay, so it is the Monday after the end of my dietetic internship, which means I have officially graduated, and now it's just waiting to schedule the RD exam and then just studying for it for the next couple weeks. I just had my first real in-person interview. I've had a couple phone interviews so far, but this went very well. It's very promising. This is kind of a dream job, dream position for me if it were to work out the way I think it could. It seemed to go well. I like the way this job is split. I think I had good connections with the people that were interviewing me, and overall I liked their personalities and could see myself working well with them. But this is like an hour or so away from Louisville. Not gonna say where, just in case. But I'm gonna go look around, get to know the town a little bit better, and go look at a couple houses we had saved just in case. Because not only am I interviewing at this town, my fiance is interviewing there as well. So there's a chance that we could both end up here, which would make things a lot easier opposed to looking somewhere in between wherever both of us end up. Y'all, oh my God, I am officially a registered dietitian, and I'm just thankful to have been able to take this test and to have passed this test and to officially be a registered dietitian and to just move on with my career, move on with finding a job, since it's very competitive here where I live, and you kind of have to have already taken your test and passed it to even be considered to apply for a job. So things are finally working out. They're lining up. We're touring another house tonight because we didn't get the last one. It's looking good, and I'm about to go celebrate with my fiance. So talk to you guys later.